Just say it. 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 Just say it.
Just say it!
Work too hard and too long. And let me tell you something else, Junior Bevel. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here right now.
Wait, but you don't understand. He is really mad. I mean, you don't know him like I do, you know. I think I better just do what he wants and go back home.
And forget about your teammates. Blood fire. The man, you act like he's the king of the whole world.
What should I do? What should I do?
Hey, Jamaica! Keep it down. You're not owning this place.
Sorry, sir, sorry. I didn't mean to bother anyone.
You have no business here, Jamaica. You and your stupid friend playing like you're bobsledders. Why don't you tourists go back to where he should came from and leave the bobsledding to the real man?
Look, I'm a real man.
You want to say something, Jamaica? Come on, out with it.
Now look in the mirror and tell me what you see.
I see Junior.
You see Junior. Well, you want to know what I see? I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother who don't take no crap of nobody.
You really see all that?
Yeah, man. But it's not about what I see. It's about what you see. Now look in this mirror and tell me again what you see.
Well, I see
Pride.
pride. Right.
Power.
Power. And I see
A badass mother who
who
don't
won't take no crap off of nobody.
Again.
I see pride.
Can't hear you.
I see power. I see a badass mother who won't take no crap off of nobody.
Once again.
I see pride.
Junior.
I see power. I see a badass mother who won't take no crap off of nobody.
That's right.
Right. Junior Bevel.
Wait, where are you going?
Pride. Power. Pride. Now you listen to me, buddy. I will not be talked to that way, so you better come up with a damn good apology, or else.
Or else what?
How?
Hey, Jamaica? Or else what? Come on, Jamaica. Say something.
No problem, man.
A few things. Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
This is it. Get me.
Right. Hey, how's everyone's day been? Good, good?
It's been alright.
Yeah.
How about you?
Good, good. Not bad.
Good, good.
Bad.
Oh, I can hear echo. Can you?
Am I echoing?
No, I'm
Maybe.
someone.
Am I? Maybe it's because it's on the loudspeaker thing.
It might be.
Echoing.
Yeah, it's
I don't know why.
Let me just confirm, man.
Can any of you hear me?
Yeah, there's a lot of feedback here. Hold on.
Is there? You lot sound fine to me.
Peak. Oh, it's okay now.
All
okay.
good to
Is that happening now? Is it still happening?
No, yeah, it's cool now.
Oh, okay. Oh, gravy.
Rap.
Right.
Rap. So let's get into it. I heard some of your audios that you shared with each other back and forth about if a girl cancels on a guy, about Tinder.
I was getting into it. I was like,
even God.
I know. Nah, for real. Listen, the cancelling thing, I know every girl can definitely agree with me on the cancelling thing, you know. Because it's all about options. If the options ain't right, then, you know, it's just not worth moving. For me, anyway, it's not worth moving for. So you have to keep.
So when you say option, you're basing the option on what the guy is gonna do for you versus the guy.
Yeah, not even what he's gonna do for me. How he's gonna entertain me.
Okay, or the same thing. So it's not about who he is then.
Do you know what? No, I think I'll give everyone a fair chance. Because it's not about who he is, what he looks like. It's about your personality at the end of the day as well. Do you know what I mean?
But then how? But then why would you cancel on someone?
Pardon?
This is interesting because I think what's interesting here is that.
By the way, hi, I'm Ashley. Just remember, I know who you are because I've heard of you.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I'm Ashley because I haven't actually introduced myself before. So hey,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Well, speak to you.
Yeah, this is nice. Like the thing is about this conversation, I find it really interesting because there's no way of you knowing if the guy's genuine or not through messaging or whatever, and then making your choice. Your choice could be based on whoever gives you a good first impression, almost. Who seems that they're kosher. They seem like they are honest. I mean, just based on how they write or whatever. Is that what you're basing it on? Are you basing it on how? Have you ever met? Are you talking about connecting on the first person?
How you connect through the phone? I think it is. Yeah, the conversations you have. You know, you can tell if somebody. You know, the charm. You know, some people are very charming as well. Like that. That's capturing.
Yeah.
So it depends on the vibe that you get. You know when someone's kind of just no good. Me as well. I go on the way they speak, if they can articulate well as well. Because if it's like a like well, go on, like all of that.
Adultery tea, fam.
It's I don't really dig all that.
Yeah.
So it's the way they are their self as well.
So then how does that explain what you said about it depends on how they're going to entertain you then? About whether you'll cancel them or not?
Because they'll say, obviously, a guy would be like, yeah, do you want to meet up? Do you want to go out? Yeah. Where?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you're feeling him from the vibe and the charm that you're saying, and he says, let's go for a drink, because you said you don't mind about drinks, yeah? But then someone else comes along and says, let's go bowling, because you said you'd like to be active too. From what I heard, it sounds like you're implying that, or you'd cancel on the guy who's offering you to entertain you with drinks, even though you might be feeling his vibe, and go bowling. That was the impact.
Yeah, but it depends. It really does depend as well on the people. It really does depend on the person as well.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes it could be a bit, because you can speak to one person and you can feel really impressed by that person, you know, but then you can speak to someone else.
Yeah.
And they could be quite impressive too.
Yeah.
You know,
it's based on that. I understand that, but how it sounds like you're saying is like how they're going to entertain you.
Yeah. The entertainment
which on one level, I can hear that.
And is a big part of it as well. The entertainment is a big part of it.
But where does it work in terms of a two-way thing then? Is it all about how the guy's going to entertain me and nothing to do with what am I also going to bring or offer or contribute? What value am I going to share? Or is it more just like, let me see what I'm getting?
But is it more of a thing that he has to prove Wagwan? Like with, he has to...
Because I will take you to Dixie Fried Chicken. I will have an amazing time. No, I'm joking. No, I wouldn't mind doing that just for a joke one time. I have said that, you know, just to do that. Like, do you know what? I'm going to take you to a real nice fancy restaurant and just turn up at Dixie Fried Chicken and just see what the reaction is.
Dixie, though. Not even.
You see me, I can take all of that. See me, I'm quite cool like that. I'll probably have a laugh and a joke. I'll probably order two wings and that. But then but then after that, really, like Dixie. Okay, okay, ghetto.
And in though, like trust me, Dixie.
Alright, sorry, Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. That's up to Dixie then.
Anyway, I'm not really into fast food, so
I'm playing anyway. But it's
I was more
interesting, like hearing from your point of view, in terms of what you're saying around the cancelling. I mean, I haven't really had that, but that the cancel could be based on because of what I've suggested for us to do, even if maybe she's feeling the vibe.
Yeah, and the mood that you're in, and the suggestions. That's because sometimes I could be sitting here, you know, and the options are open. You know, you're talking to a few guys and whatnot, and you could really have already set a plan to go out in the evening. I've done it a few times, and something else comes up that's just a bit more tempting. It's a bit more exciting. So sometimes it's all well saying, oh, the guy is cool, whatever, and I really like the person. But then if something exciting comes up, then boy.
Couldn't you still do that just another day and stick with your integrity that, do you know what, I arranged this with this person, and let's see what happens and shows up?
Sometimes.
Is it more so to do with the question mark that you have around the guy, that what's it going to be like, and being uncertain if it's going to be a successful date or not, like in terms of what you think could be a successful date? I mean, is that what make you swing another way, that something sounds more appealing in the picture in your head? Because of course you're going to have both of them. They both have really good ideas of what you can do on that first date, but one had something a little bit more appealing, but it doesn't mean that person had a different, a different idea of what's going to entertain you. It means that he's going to be better for you. So you can still meet both of them.
Can I ask you, have you ever made suggestions or taken a guy out on a date? First date?
Well, I've made suggestions. I don't know about taking them, but I made suggestions.
Okay.
And the thing is, I'm open to that. I don't think that it should all be, it doesn't have to be the man that takes out the woman all the time, but that's how it goes.
No, but I mean on the first one. I mean, like afterwards, it'll be back and forth maybe, but I mean, a first one, when you're meeting someone, have you been like, hey, look, I want to take you here, or
no,
let's do this, or da-da-da-da-da?
No. Why would you like that?
No, I'm just curious. I'm not really that bothered about if a girl was to do that. It's important for a girl to like contribute, but in terms of like the first time when I meet a girl, I don't really mind, because I'm cool with taking that kind of role of the guy does that. But after a while, when we're seeing each other, I want her to be able to contribute and make suggestions about what we do when we're hanging out with each other. And whether she takes, not in terms of her taking the lead for us to actually go do that, but just that she is involved in obviously the experience that we're having together as well, instead of just sitting back and waiting. So I do like to make effort. So if a girl doesn't say on the first date, I'm not bothered about that. But I was just curious because obviously I know it's not a normal thing for girls to do that on the first date, because the social conditioning is that the guy does that.
Would that impress? If a woman wanted to take you out on the first date, would you like that? Would that be impressive to you?
Probably would be impressive to me, actually. Yeah. I don't know how much I'd like it. I mean, I'd like the date. I don't know how much I'd like it in the sense of if every girl wanted to do that, because obviously, on one level, like in terms of me as an individual, I mean, at least, I like the expression of being able to, hey, let's do this together. Hey, look, I'm going to take you here. So I would still want to have that opportunity to do that. But yeah, if a girl did, I'd be impressed. Just like when I'm out on a first date and a girl offers to pay, I don't let her, but it makes an impression when they offer compared to the ones that don't.
Yeah, true. Definitely.
She's
chip in. I'm one of them ones that always offer to chip in.
Them ones.
And always
on the wings, yeah.
See, I'm enjoying my single life right now, to be honest.
I want to talk about
high five.
No, the single life thing.
I'm enjoying some me time.
Yeah.
Because for me, I've always kind of been in a relationship and not really had time to breathe. So now I've been single for nearly 3 years, and that's given me an opportunity to find out who I am, what Sharelle likes, and who Sharelle is, and what Sharelle wants. Do you know?
Yeah.
Now I feel kind of as strong in my own right, and I know what I want and what I'll tolerate and what I wouldn't tolerate. You know? Yeah,
That's how it works.
Are you dating? Are you dating though at the moment, or are you just staying?
No, do you know, I'm actually not dating. I've put dating on a hold. I haven't been dating since I think like January.
Okay.
Kind of thought, just gonna do me. No one's really appealing to me at the moment.
Okay. And if you were to start dating, would you be dating to just kind of date, like just to enjoy the process of dating and the journey of that, or would you be dating with in mind? Is that boyfriend material? Is that boyfriend material, or husband material, even whatever it is that you're maybe looking at? Like, would you be dating because you want to be in a relationship?
Yeah, I think at this point in my life now, I'll be dating for my future husband.
Okay.
You know, I'll be taking things a lot more serious now.
She said the word, Junior.
Yeah, made it very clear. Oh yeah, yeah. Man, we had an episode, Sharelle. We had an episode.
What, serious?
It's talking about the word serious and kind of the connection that we have to that word. And almost how, why does it have to be so serious? Like, why does it have to sound? Because when you say serious, like, as much as it might be in your sense, like, to not be more committed, take it more seriously with one person, like, you know, commit to one person. But the word serious in the dictionary is not really, it doesn't really have that type of definition, really. So, you know, typically in your head, your mind's going to, you know, connect that to being something quite, not negative, but more, a lot of weight on it.
Okay,
so, We're just thinking, like, you know, when you say, oh, you want to have fun with someone, it kind of is a defense mechanism for most women, thinking, oh, you just want to have fun, that means you just want to have sex with me. But how about when we actually say fun, it meaning we just want to have fun as in laugh together, enjoy each other's company, be committed, and then whatever happens.
And also that can mean be committed to each other, like dedicated with you, to you, and vice versa. This is my girl, this is my man, and we're having fun together, and like, so we're gonna have fun. We're gonna, you know, in terms of like maybe the typical normal like things you do when you're in a relationship or married. We're gonna have fun together, and we're gonna buy this house, and we're gonna have fun together, and we're gonna have children, and we're gonna have fun together, and we're gonna go traveling if that's what you like doing. Like, versus it being inside of versus like the traits that are usually associated with a monogamous relationship could still be connected to the context of, oh, let's have fun together, let's have a fun relationship versus let's have a serious relationship.
I think the serious is just, you know, it's just the standard label what everybody uses.
Exactly,
that label. But me myself, I do like to have fun. I think it is about fun. It's not about, you know, all seriousness, but, you know, you've got to you're going in that, you know. I think when you start dating someone, or when you start building a relationship, you've got to have some kind of direction. You've got to know where you're going, where the relationship's going. Otherwise you're just there, you know.
Exactly.
It's about making moves together. It's about planning together, you know, as much as you're having fun, but it's about moving up, making them power moves, you know.
Are you on this baby deadline?
Oh, wait, sorry. I want to hear that. But when you say moving up,
meaning
in terms of moving,
I mean like sharing interests. Once you gather and find your grounding together about what you both like, what you like to do, and whatever, it's about creating something now together to take that step, you know, up.
Yeah, but when you say that step, you mean like...
I don't believe that your relationship should stay the same. I believe that, you know, you find out where you're both at and try and think together. Growth, it's got to be growth.
But I get that for sure, and like growth happens. But what I'm like just dashing in here is the whole, like, not just for women. I think this does happen for guys as well. But how it occurs to me generally for women is they're seeing a guy, they measure maybe the depth or the quality of what they have together based on whether maybe they're called boyfriend and girlfriend and it's a relationship, whether it's a marriage, whether those are generally the two things, as well as other things. Now, do you think that using those measurements actually determines the quality of your relationship? This is not me disputing about getting married, but like there are people who are married. People would say like one of the pinnacle things about being in a relationship, like the ultimate, is when you get married. And there are people who are in marriages who are unhappy, as well as there are people in marriages who are happy. There are people who are not in marriages but have been together for the same length as what you would maybe call a marriage, like for a what do you call it?
A typical marriage.
And are happy, and also on the flip side, unhappy as well. So, does to you being married, is that the ultimate measurement of like, you know, like
that he loves you?
That means we have got this thing, versus what the quality and experience is, and then obviously having the marriage is like a bonus or an expression of that.
Yeah, the marriage is like a bonus. You know, it is. Because sometimes as well, when you get married, I mean, before you get married, when you get married, it could put a lot of pressure on things, can't it? It's like the word marriage, everyone gets a bit scared. But me being a Christian, you know, it is a must. And I think that, you know, your body is a temple and it should come under God's covering. You know, any relationship, you know, it needs to come under God's covering, because your body is a temple of God. But that's a whole new different, you know, topic. But I think marriage is important. It is important.
But I think when you both have the same you have the same context for what the marriage is as well. Together, you both agree that, you know, this is what marriage means to you, and this is how far I want to get with, you know, our growth together, and that you both can mutually agree on that. And I mean, could you be with someone who's not a Christian then?
No, I don't think I could.
No. Okay, so that's important to you. So obviously the value of him being religious as well, that's something that's quite important for you. So
I think that, you know, a man that doesn't know God can't love me. You can't really love, you know, because God is love. So, you know, they have
to share your same point of view on God from a religious background. What if someone does
have to be willing
believe in God?
Have to be willing to, you know, embrace.
No, but wait, what if they do believe in God, but not in the way that you have it in terms of believing God?
Then we can always grow. We can build on that. They could be built, you know, can always build on that.
Okay.
Share knowledge.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
To some kind of understanding.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because when you meet somebody, anyway, you come from two different backgrounds. You share completely different views on life. Had two different upbringings, and the upbringings are very important. That makes so it's about just finding some kind of common ground and building on that, and sharing knowledge and understanding.
I definitely hear you on that. And it's nice to have someone from a different perspective as well, like someone who that knowledge thing you said there, that's a big one, because you know, we all have our own type of knowledge, our way of seeing things that, you know, opens up many things for us individually. And you might meet a guy who really gives you something that's gonna just give you that extra boost, as, you know, Sharelle, that you've not discovered yet. You know, obviously you're still very, very young, like, and you know, there's so much more we can learn in life. And there's a guy out there who can possibly give you that extra, like, you know, who knows, somebody who wants you to travel the world with him.
So I'm looking for that man to teach me something, you know.
I'm really big on that. Yeah, I hear that.
You know, share knowledge and teach me something that I don't know, you know, and empower me, you know.
I'm very clear that women are the best teachers in my head. That's my opinion anyway. But yes, so I'm definitely going to learn.
And what about the other way?
And I think the other way is beautiful as well. I think women can learn a lot from us as well. Like,
but I mean, in terms of what you both just said, that something that's you desire in an opposite mate, in terms of for them to empower you and to teach you.
I don't mean this. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's like you must do this or this ain't gonna work out. But it's definitely like a natural thing that if they're just doing it naturally, like they just happen to just be themselves, and you're learning from the conversations that they have as who they are.
Yeah.
But I mean, what about vice versa? Because I like that as well. I like when I get to learn from people, and I might look at one thing in a particular way, and someone shares their experience or point of view on it, and I'm like, you just feel that thing in your brain, your mind, where it just like opens. Mm-hmm. But in terms of generally with females, when I've spent time with them, and in terms of the committed relationships that I've had, it's usually been the other way around, where I'm the empowerer, or they're learning things off me, which can have a effect, in a sense of where it kind of can become unbalanced.
Nothing. Yeah.
Which then you, like, as an individual, you could then feel like, versus before it was like, oh, I'm giving this, this feels good. It then kind of feels like, oh, I'm giving this, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So when you guys say that, do you feel that it would be the same way as well, like that you would have that to share?
Right. I've had experience.
Even
where I feel like I'm the giver. I'm the uplifter. I'm the rock polisher. And now I feel like I need that king. That word. I need that king to lift me up. Because it's very hard to kind of find that man, that strong man who knows who he is and knows where he's coming from and knows his history, and that the self-educated. That's what it's about. It's about educating yourself and having your own understanding of things, to me. So it's hard to find men like that these days, because men are struggling with their insecurity.
No, it's not hard to find. I'm definitely going to disagree on that. I think it's not as appealing.
I would say it's rare, actually, Junior.
Rare, right? Yeah, I would say it's rare.
I would say it's rare.
Yeah, it's rare.
Which I feel is the same with females as well at the moment. I mean,
no, do you know what? I really do think that guy you're talking about is there at all times. Like, I've had girls who have had a guy in their life who's their boyfriend, who they're only with simply because he's an asshole, and all the good guys in her life are just friends. Why? Because they don't want to break up that friendship that they have with the guys who are really cool, really good, the exact image of what you just mentioned. They stay friends with them, versus being with that person. It's not appealing to stay with them, because if things go wrong, you lose that friendship.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all girls, but majority of girls have that safety net of, do you know what, I don't want this to fuck up. Stay with a dickhead, because if things fuck up, do you know what? It's all gravy. I've got these other guys who I can bounce off, and I could talk about this. They're scared. Not all women. I'm not saying all women, but a lot of women conversations that I've had with women, conversations I have with women, is that they're scared of the good guys that are out there. It's not appealing enough. It's boring.
No, it depends. There's a difference between the good and the strong. Do you know what I mean? Because there's plenty of good guys out there, but they have to have a bit of backbone in them as well. Do you understand? They've got to know how to take control.
Leadership, you mean? Do you mean leadership? Is that something that's very, very...
Men are lacking, as much as they may have the quality, they are lacking that leadership, and that comes with them not educating themselves and knowing who they are and where they come from. Because it's only when you know who you are, you can stand strong in your own right.
Yeah.
When you don't, then you're kind of like, you're all over the place, and you're just trying to please everybody, trying to please that woman. You got to stand strong. Can be very manipulative. They know how to get their way, and a man needs to stand strong and know who he is and what he has to offer.
I like the way you said it yourself, by the way. They. Sure, you want to say we? No.
Yeah, they can be. Yeah, I separate myself. Yeah, of course. Of course I did. I'm not the same. I'm very rare.
Them ones, trust me.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, so, that's beautiful to have, and it's beautiful to have someone that believes in you as well, and just like reminds you, like that. That's what I like, is that you can have someone that reminds you of your good qualities when you forget. You know, because we're not always in 100% like self-love mode.
Guy friends, as friends, what happens is, because you start on that kind of friendship level, or sometimes it's kind of one of them ones where the guy kind of likes you, but then you don't really like the guy, and then he ends up being your friend.
Yeah.
Or it's like, once you get to a friendship, there's no kind of going over that, because it becomes awkward. You know, how do you get all lovey-dovey with this friend? No,
it's about the attraction, though, isn't it? It's about the attraction.
This is so tricky.
If attraction becomes present between both of you, then even with that friendship there, it's just you're doing the same thing as you were with friends, but now that attraction's there, that urge.
Opposite attract anyway, and spend enough time with a friend, you know, or a male, being in male company for an amount of time, you know, things can just cave in. You can end up doing something that you don't necessarily plan to do or want to do, but it's because of the opposites do attract, and getting at that moment of loneliness or that moment of, you know, whatever, things can just happen, and that's not necessarily meant to be. I'm sure we've all been in them situations.
But I will say this,
you know,
would you agree with me on this, that the guy that you have as a husband, finally, when you finally meet that guy, you want him to be your best friend? You want to relate him as being your best friend?
Well, kind of. How about best?
Come on, man. The girl I spend the rest of my life with, I want her to be my best friend, man.
I would say that it's, you know, it has to be a spiritual connection more as well as, you know, physical. It has to be spiritual. We have to be able to connect spiritually.
Yeah. You want her to talk about everything, anything.
Yeah. You have to be open. You have to be honest. You want to be able to tell them everything, and, you know, they must know everything, you know, and see you with your weave on, weave off.
Trust me, them ones, morning breath and all that.
You know, see, man's been with them how many years and ain't seen their natural hair, just see the big weave.
No, that's long. That would never. That I couldn't have that.
Yeah. So you know, all of that.
Well, we had that conversation before. The girl in the makeup. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember. I could not have that.
Yeah.
We had an episode where our friend was telling us that a girl was wearing makeup for the last 10 years of a relationship with a guy and never took off makeup.
He never saw her
night makeup. He never saw her without makeup ever in the 10 years that they've been together so far.
Morning makeup on in the morning, all that stuff.
Night makeup as well.
He had not really seen her then. He doesn't really know her then. He doesn't
know her natural face. Nothing.
No.
Yeah, I could not.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't live like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Sharelle, I want to ask you, with what you were saying about the kind of guy that that you would like, and with the qualities that you desire, would you say you have never met any guy or guys who have those qualities in your life?
Do you know? No, I have. I have met a few, but what it is it's rather they're too old for me. I'm not really feeling the older guy.
When you say too old, like
what's old?
Like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years?
10 years older than me, maybe even 15, because I'm very mature as well, and this is what I have to kind of get in my head, you know, that I am a mature woman, and I am going to attract older guys, but not necessarily I need a guy that's going to be young at heart at the same time, not granddad. So they're rather too old, mainly too old, or they're my friends, you know. I'm not really feeling them like that.
And when you say you're not feeling them like that, is that down to any like the physicality, or is that just to do with the energy in terms of feeling?
Yeah, a lot of the time it is. A lot of the time it is physical, because I have to be attracted to them, as I see them.
Yeah.
You know, and it might sound sad, it might sound a bit shallow.
No, it's all come on. That's real.
I need to be attracted to you when I look at you.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you,
yeah,
I can't be looking at you thinking, oh, dead, I could have been with someone else. I want to be looking at you every day thinking,
Jokes.
Yeah, I mean,
clothes off kind of thing. I don't want to look and think, oh, what if? You know?
Yeah.
I need to be attracted by eyesight as well. And what makes it even more attractive is, you know, when they got the intelligence to go with it and they've got knowledge and things like that.
Yeah.
But then in that, it's not all about what they look like, because you can actually fall to like somebody or fall in love with somebody that you're not necessarily attracted to. Just spending a lot of time with them. You know.
Have you ever been in love before?
Pardon?
Have you ever been in love before?
Yeah. Well, so I thought.
Okay. So
No.
So in terms of
But you must have been then.
I've been in love.
So in terms of like next time when you may get in, next time when you're in a relationship, do you see yourself before you're in that relationship that you're in love, or would it be like, oh, I like this person, so let me see how the relationship goes, and then maybe you might fall in love with them, or maybe you won't, and then you take it from there?
Yeah, it would kind of be a build-up thing. I wouldn't be looking like, oh, love at first sight kind of thing. It would be.
It might not be love at first sight. It might just be that you fall in love with them because you've just been around them.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Even though you're not in a relationship.
I'm not looking to rush into any kind of love, because I've been in love before, and obviously, you know, had my heart broken also. So I'm about protecting myself now and making the right decision.
But you know, the heartbreak, what did that mean to if you don't mind breaking that down, because everyone has the different idea of what heartbreak is. Like, was it that you both went if you don't mind me asking the question, that is, was it that you both wasn't working at a point to being, you know, compatible in the near future, that you mean the heartbreak, that he wasn't meeting your expectations? Is that the heartbreok?
Yeah.
Was it that he did something?
It's constantly trying and it not working. It's always, you know, it's one-sided. It feels like a one-sided effort.
Okay.
If you've not two people that want the same things, or if you're going in one direction and the other going in another, you know, it's just gonna work. And I think as well, when falling in love young, we don't know what we want. We haven't lived. So what happens is you get in a relationship young, and then you end up growing apart because you're finding yourself as well, and you're finding out what you like, you know, and you're also meeting other people.
Not all the time, but I do get you. A lot of people who are together from like when they were 19 and 16 and get married and stay together forever.
Yeah, there are that too. But also, are they happy? You know, I know some people you can get used to being in that relationship. And so that's a soul tie. You're creating a soul tie when you are with someone, so it is quite hard to break away from. You know,
it's so used to it. It's like that. It's like people have careers, they're staying for them jobs for years. Like, you know, it's just that they're just comfortable in that job. Like, you know, I'm just not gonna leave, man. Just might as well just ride this one out. Like,
yeah, because also being in a relationship can also create insecurities on both parts. So if you're with someone for so long, you may feel like maybe you're not gonna have anybody. Nobody's gonna want you. You know? How are you going to be able to be yourself around anybody else? I think when you're with someone for so long, you can't really see yourself with anybody else but that person until you're actually out of it and the veil's kind of lifted off your eyes. But when you're in it, you're stuck in it.
Damn, man, it's deep. This love thing is deep sometimes. But
yeah.
how long was you with him then?
Well, that was my kid's dad. I was with him for like 7 years.
What? Wait, hold on. Yo, I didn't know them ones. Hold on. You have to take a step back here, Sharelle. Baby father.
Yo.
Serious?
Yeah.
Wait, how old is your? What? No, hold on.
Children.
I'm not laughing that you got a child, Sharelle. I'm laughing.
You said children?
Yeah.
Bomber cleats. Sorry.
Gonna be 11 this month.
What?
And
oh, sorry.
my son
getting loud now.
is going to be 7 in December. So yeah.
What are they? Boys, girls?
Yeah, my boy is the youngest and my daughter's the oldest.
Okay.
So yeah, I've lived and I've had my fair share of relationship, should I say? Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, so man. Now
that one hit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is interesting. Yeah, but this is now a different kettle of fish.
Oh yeah, because you're going to ask about the baby deadline.
Exactly.
Now, innit?
Yeah.
But then you might still want more children, so it's not actually relevant.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know about more kids, to be honest.
Oh, hold on. So when you find your king, if he hasn't got any children and would have children with you,
I don't know. I'll have to deal with that when it comes. I mean, I've seen someone since and they didn't have children, but I'm not really, I don't know. I get scared when it comes to that, all children again. It is that whole thought of say if it doesn't work, and also because I've done it, that whole baby phase again, like no, I can't really, the nappy changing and all of that.
I suppose for years.
Yeah, and it just takes you back a bit, and your life does go on hold. So I don't know about that.
No, because it makes it a different conversation in terms of how you see single life, and that also when you meet a guy who can come in and warm to your kids as well, and feel like doesn't feel like an outsider if your kids being there, and that's a beautiful feeling. Like that's a lot of clarity you're gonna get there with a guy who comes into your life who is for you, knowing that he gets on with your kids. And,
that's important.
It's cool either way, whether you want more children or not.
Yeah, it's important. My children, obviously, that they come first. So
absolutely,
I'm not looking for a replacement daddy. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for that either. So it's just about having somebody there that's going to be a good role model for them. Necessarily need to do things, and because I'm quite independent, always have been. So even that, I find it kind of hard to even let a man in like that to kind of do anything for me or do anything for my children, because I'm so used to doing it for myself. So that would have to be a guard and a barrier that I have to kind of chisel away at and know how to kind of submit, because that's very good at. But I'm willing to do it, but the man has to make you want to submit.
I hear that.
I think that comes with trust, isn't it? That comes with you start to trust his manner, and that he's really been genuine.
But there is that thing as well, though, of like if like some of the, like when we talk about like what we like in the opposite sex and how we'd like to feel around them, a lot of those feelings, they're all kind of expressions of love. And obviously love is then like one of the ultimate ones that we want to get to experience with someone. But it's like if your heart, I'm not saying your heart is closed, but because you said about protecting yourself, but if you've got like this shield, and this is not just personally to you, this is to me, whoever, like you've got your shields or your heart closed, or you got that thing there in the way, then it kind of makes it not only difficult for you to receive whatever love is coming at you, but for the other person, that individual, to actually give that and share that as well, because that's there. And I know it can, you know, in a kind of fantasy world, it kind of can occur like, oh, it'd be nice though if, you know, that person can break down my walls for me. But on the flip side, it's like, all right, for me personally, the question that I will keep myself present sometimes is like, if I'm going to spend time with someone, why would I not want to let myself be fully open and fully vulnerable? And you know, what's going to happen is going to happen. I might get hurt, or I might let myself get hurt. I might feel some pain, all of that, or I may not, and it may go a completely different way. But in order to give myself the kind of full experience, somehow I've got to let myself be fully open and vulnerable to be able to then fully experience whatever is to happen with that person. And
yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
but there's nothing wrong with vulnerability, and there's, do you know what? You know, like if you go on a holiday and you had the best holiday ever, it's the most incredible island you've been on for 2 weeks, and then you have to leave. You have to leave, and you got to go back to work. Like, come on, like that could be the best holiday ever. You know, that was such an. I don't want to leave this island. I don't want to leave. But like, you can kind of have it like that. I'm not saying that it has to occur like a holiday, but you can really just be like, do you know what? This lasted this length, and do you know what? It was great. It was great while it lasted. And do you know what? I didn't have to grab onto it like it was because I'm sure you've been to many holiday destinations where they were incredible and you didn't want to leave.
For sure.
And if you know, we can, you know, you had an incredible experience of your baby father, you had an incredible experience of any other guys that you've had in your life beforehand, like, and it lasted how it lasted, like, and that you got some incredible guys to come in your life now that you're gonna allow to come in, like.
Yeah. God willing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that scripture, what is it? Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah. No, seek.
And
you will find. Knock on the doors shall be open to you. That comes with obedience, doesn't it? Also, you've got to be obedient and able to receive.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
But if you have your shutters up, this is for any.
Well, they're not completely up, because you know what? I'm quite open. I am quite open.
That wasn't. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I know that sounded like that was to you. I meant, I was just.
I know what you mean. Girls in general, women in general, because a lot of women are kind of, you know, can be quite closed off, especially when you're in her.
Guys have it though as well, man. They just have it in a different perspective because they think, women are like maybe bitches, or they trust them in other ways, like manipulate them and stuff like that. Guys have it too, man.
Really? So, have you ever been manipulated by a woman?
Yeah, of course. I would be lying if I said no, definitely not. And I
fell into the trap.
Exactly. But then that's how I learn as well. That's how I learn. And that also, you know what you said about knowing who you are. Some of those experiences, which have been the best experiences in terms of strengthening who I am and me being in my center. So whenever that shows up again, I know how to deal with it.
Yes.
You know, and I've experienced, you know, having the point of view of like thinking of women in a negative way, like, you know, generalizing them as they're just bitches, can't trust them. And then I come out and I'm meeting girls and my experience is completely rubbish because that's how I'm relating to women, and then I'm
focusing on that.
And then, exactly, and so when I'm focusing on that, those are the sides that I'm seeing, because I believe every woman could be a bitch, as well as every woman can be in their goddess self. Just like every man can be in their divine self, and every man can be their complete dickhead self. But you can kind of tune yourself to what you're going to attract from them. Partly, I don't think you could fully, but I think you do have a say over it. And I mean, when I was definitely focused on that, that's what was showing up for me.
I suppose it is as well. It is what someone shows you, and it is about what someone's putting out to you, because you're only gonna give what you're receiving, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna, if someone's treating you nicely, you're gonna want to treat them nicely.
Yes.
You know, if someone's honest, you're gonna want to be honest and open with them.
Yeah.
So it's
Some
just
people take advantage of that though.
yeah, they do. They do.
It's not always that way. In many cases, there's people who like, oh well, do you know what? I can put my feet up now. You know, she cooks, she cleans, she does all this and that and the other. She loves me so much. Maybe just go at the boys now, like, you know. And
But that's where a woman needs to know not to mother a man.
bang. That's the one.
You understand?
No mothering.
There's a difference between mothering him and, you know, being
nurturing.
Being a support. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and then
but a lot of people are used to that. They're used to it. So you know, they let a man have that easy way. It's like they want to do everything straight away. They want to pull out all the stops. You know, come round mine for dinner. You know what I mean? Like,
But you know what? It's the other way round. You know,
like, oh, do you want me? You know, a lot of women like offer to do things that they don't necessarily need to do. Like, save it for your husband. Save
Where are
it.
these
For
women?
Pardon?
Where are those women? Because I usually cook for women. It's usually
Really?
Yes.
Man,
Yeah.
I think single episode. I think every episode you be very clear, Ash.
When am I coming for dinner?
See, and exactly that's what happens as well, and that's fine. I don't know.
This is true.
But there's one girl who, when I said to her, "Oh yeah, I'll cook for you," she was like, "What?" She was like, my mouth was like, "What? Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "I've never had a guy offer or cook for me before." I was like, "Are you serious?" She said, "Yeah," and I've heard that before, and I'm like, that don't make sense to me.
Yeah, not a lot of men can cook, you know, or not a lot of men want to cook or put themselves out. Not even a lot of men want to.
Do you think they think that that's a step in the serious context? If they cook for the girl, oh no, they're gonna get the wrong idea of this. Better, you know.
That might be why. I don't see it that way, but yeah,
I don't see it like that either. I love cooking.
That's fantastic.
For someone, I think it's really nice. It's a great gesture, man. And
It is, and it's showing a part of who you are as well. It's just who you are. That's what it is. You know. Oh, that's lovely.
No,
seriously, where are those girls then? No, like that are always.
You're talking to one now, Ashley.
I know some women that you know they will, but then necessarily they're not the goodest of women. You know, some women just use doing.
Say that again.
Some. There's a difference between cooking for a special person, and there's a difference between cooking for every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Oh, right.
You know?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
this is interesting. There's so much more to touch on, man. For real though.
I'm telling you.
I know. I've got to go soon, but I definitely want us to continue another time, man. Because it's so good.
For sure. I'm ready.
Just hearing what you've had to share and stuff has just been great.
Yeah, it's been refreshing, man. It's been very clear. It's been honest. It's been what I really expect, you know, for humans to just be like just be this way, like just be vulnerable and say how it is.
Yeah.
It makes things a lot more easy. Like, you know, you get to understand this is the person I want in my life. This is the person I don't want in my life. Because not everyone has to be this way, innit? Like, I'm not expecting the whole world to be like this. Like, maybe that doesn't work for some people, but it don't have to be around me. It doesn't have to be around us.
It just comes with knowing yourself and who you are. That is it.
Yeah, that's the foundation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the people who resonate with that, they will love that about you. Even if it means there might be a majority that aren't really feeling it. The ones that are feeling it, they would just love it.
Yeah.
I definitely hear that. Oh my god, I've got some questions for you, Sharelle, man. Trust me, a couple more episodes to come true.
Listen, I'm gonna. Do you know what? I need to start getting my questions ready for you guys.
Yeah, because I was gonna say as well. You know, like we just bombarded you, like bam, bam, bam.
I know.
I was thinking I wanted to ask you, like, is there anything that you want to say or share or ask? But then we just kept going, bam. What about this?
But you know what? How about the next episode's about you? You can go. You can ask us the questions the next episode. How about that?
Yeah, definitely. I'll be going in for the kill.
No interviews. Like, but I'm gonna keep it 100% real. Actually, it keeps it 100% real as well. Like, I'll keep it very honest with you. From our perspectives, anyway, innit? It might not be every guy, but
yeah, I'll definitely get them questions ready for y'all.
Yeah,
even though probably know what you're gonna come out with anyway, No,
I see them.
Oh no, let's try one now. Sorry, you can't say that.
Trust me, I need to draw for a teaser.
I have no question at the moment. I have nothing.
No, don't worry. You've got time.
I won't even. But yeah.
Do you know what? Funny enough,
good guys anyway. You know what I mean? You lot are cool. You are cool.
That's super cool. Take
the good
one.
The good guys that everybody puts on the back burner.
Fair ones.
Oh no, I don't know. Not sure if I fully agree with that last little bit.
He's just too good. He's just too good. Don't want to hurt him.
Man, I've heard that all my life, man. It's too nice.
See? The thing, too nice. And then the thing is, a nice guy can't really change and try and be the tough guy because it just doesn't suit them.
That's true. I tried it, but then you have to make what you have work for you. You have to create that as the edge. And when that's the edge, then in a way you kind of best of both worlds because you got the edge, but you actually got the nurturing side. I mean, this is my own, from my experience so far. If there's one thing that can always have you be connected to a female, and not just a female. This could be a guy as well, but a female is if she experiences being nurtured, and that doesn't mean that can be whether it's mentally, emotionally, or physically. Obviously, if it's all three, then it's much better.
Jeez, get a bonus.
True.
Triple threat. Yeah, but
yeah, I think it's important for me anyway, for a man to understand me emotionally. If I've got emotional support, because I can be emotional, I'm cool. That's what it's about. It's about having that understanding of the emotions.
It's all about the being and the vibe as well.
Yeah, that's important for me. Women, as women, you could be very up and down in emotion as well. So
sounds about it.
It comes with understanding and patience and knowing when to keep silent as a man. Just don't say anything at all. I think it's very important for us to know when to stay silent and when to give each other space. When to say no, even when you do want to comment, just say no comment.
Yeah, that does come with, getting to know someone in a long scale, like maybe 6 months, 8 months.
Yeah.
It becomes very clear what going on.
Yeah, you can kind of tell within 6 months whether it's...
Yeah, I think, there's definitely like a clarity that you get at that stage.
Yeah, definitely.
And it
because everything's like routine, there's nothing that a person can hide after that.
Exactly.
You're nice, but after a while, the cracks will show. The cracks really definitely show.
That's another story, boy. Peak.
Yeah.
I got a couple of them ones still, but
and me, them psycho guys and that.
Psycho ones,
my past relationship.
Or emotion, the ones that are too emotional and soppy. It's like, oh gosh.
So we've got an episode for them, I guess. Oh, them stories.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. On that
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got to duck out to go to the cinema, bloods.
Oh, you guys, cinema? Who you taking?
Them ones.
I'm not gonna say no names because this is gonna be broadcast live. So I'm taking so and so.
I want my food back. I'm waiting for the invite. Yeah, for the food.
Oh, the Dixie fried chicken. Yeah. Okay.
Please.
There's no need for Dixie.
No, trust me. You hear that? Do you see that? That was nice. That was a nice comeback still.
Maybe before I go away, because I'm going away in 2-3 weeks.
When?
Oh wow, I'm going away middle of November until January.
Oh, okay.
So we have to look around that time.
Yeah.
Are you allergic to anything?
I'll be ready.
Are you allergic to anything?
No. Oh, actually, yeah, shellfish.
Just shellfish, not any other kind of fish.
No, just shellfish.
Okay.
That's good. So you might have to draw for the well, no, I'm not gonna bet you up, man. You want 1 hour one. Ashley cooked this for me already, and boy, please.
Let's not hype up too much now. I don't want an anticlimax.
Them ones.
They'll have the Dixie fried chicken on the side, just in case. Sorry, KFC.
Hot wings, yeah, free hot wings.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna love you.
Alright. Evening, alright.
Yeah, you too. Have a lovely evening too. Gun. Love you, cuz.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, love you too. And Sharelle, thanks for your time today, and we'll be in touch.
Darling, thank you for having me.
That's alright. Thank you for sharing your time.
That's okay.
That's what's up.
Alright, guys.
Alright. Peace.
See ya.
Okay, speak to you soon. Yeah.
Just say I'm listening. Just say I'm listening. Just say I'm listening.
Just saying!
Work too hard and too long. And let me tell you something else, Junior Bevel. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here right now.
Wait, but you don't understand. He is really mad. I mean, you don't know him like I do, you know. I think I better just do what he wants and go back home.
And forget about your teammates. Blood fire. The man, you act like he's the king of the whole world.
What should I do? What should I do?
Hey, Jamaica! Keep it down. You're not owning this place.
Sorry, sir, sorry. I didn't mean to bother anyone.
You have no business here, Jamaica. You and your stupid friend playing like you're bobsledders. Yeah? Why don't you tourists go back to where he should came from and leave the bobsledding to the real man?
Look, I'm a real man.
You want to say something, Jamaica? Come on, out with it.
Now look in the mirror and tell me what you see.
I see Junior.
You see Junior. Well, you want to know what I see? I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother who don't take no crap of nobody.
You really see all that?
Yeah, man. But it's not about what I see. It's about what you see. Now look in this mirror and tell me again what you see.
Well, I see
Pride.
pride. Right.
Power.
Power. And I see
A badass mother who
who
don't
won't take no crap off of nobody.
Again.
I see pride.
Can't hear you.
I see power. I see a badass mother who won't take no crap off of nobody.
Once again.
I see pride.
Junior.
I see power. I see a badass mother who won't take no crap off of nobody.
That's right.
Right. Junior Bevel.
Wait, where are you going?
Pride. Power. Pride. Now you listen to me, buddy. I will not be talked to that way, so you better come up with a damn good apology, or else.
Or else what?
How?
Hey, Jamaica? Or else what? Come on, Jamaica. Say something.
No problem, man.
I'm listening. Just say I'm listening. Just say I'm listening.
Just saying!